I was lucky enough to attend a mastering session, about 17, 18 years ago with a friend. I saw my first lacquer get cut, and I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And a day or two later, I left work early and went back to his shop and just begged him to let me do anything I could, clean his bathrooms, whatever. I just wanted to learn how to master. And it was just something about the physical transformation onto this like really mechanical, physical medium that just sort of blew my mind. I've had the MBP now for about 6 months. I had a handful of friends for the last 2 years that were bugging me. You got to try this MBP out. You got to try this out. And I knew it was good. I just honestly I didn't want to buy another piece of gear. So at first I didn't want to hear it. And I had a chance to hear it in a few other studios, and finally I was like, I need to get this in the studio and I need to try it out. And it just blew me away. So I'm able to do a lot of things in the analog domain that before I would maybe only really be able to achieve in the digital domain and not get the same results as I'm getting with the MBP. The limiter is great, the compressor is great. I mean, it's just a really great piece of gear. I feel like, I could do everything with one good analog EQ and the MBP. The stereo field editor has changed the way I work. For instance, if you got maybe a rock mix you're trying to make more aggressive, I might enhance just the low frequencies in the center and maybe bring out the mids just on the side a little bit, give some more emphasis on the guitars. You can push the mids, the vocals forward in the center. You can do some pretty interesting things with it. I like the layout of the compressor and the limiter a lot. It's just really intuitive to me. It has a lot of bells and whistles without being like overly technical. And I'm sort of a caveman when it comes to gear. I just want a couple knobs. Like I don't want a million different options. And this has just enough options for me. It has that sort of signature that I think the Rupert Neve products have, that Rupert Neve transformer sound that's really pleasing to me. And I used to own a 5088, so I loved the sound of that console. And this compressor does something that none of my other units do. And it adds just enough vibe without being sort of this invasive footprint on the whole mix.